Hello and welcome to the White Walkers with the European Championships, and in this round we have the top 8. I'm joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi.
And I'm Rebecca Gillard. So Richard, tell us about these decks. Do you know anything about the players?
I've never heard of either of the players. It's a complete mystery to me. Oh wait, does that say Tamas?
Yeah, you know that guy that we've met several times?
Oh, yes. I've heard of Tamas.
You have?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's quite a famous Night's Watch player. Likes to play wall decks. And I have actually heard of Trig, as they call him. Played a lot of Martell, I believe, so it's not a surprise to see him playing Martell Wars in the top 8.
I think we've met Trig a few times actually on a couple of sort of visits to Europe.
I don't think I've ever actually met him, but
Really?
He's been at tournaments I've been at.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've definitely seen and talked to him before.
So, yeah, setups.
Go for it.
I can't see the cards. Tamas, you covering them.
Tamas has the wall, the Isle of Ravens, and an underground vault.
That man always sets up the wall in all the games I've seen him.
And Trig has Dawn, Dawnish fiefdoms, and I can't remember what the character was that he marshalled.
Is that Half-Day Knight?
Possibly. He does have one at one point. Yeah, it is.
So he's opened Behest into Long Plan. Tamas opened
Here to serve.
Here to Serve.
And went to get Aemon.
Well, I'm guessing Trig didn't want to Summer Harvest that. Didn't really want to riddle that.
Do they have maesters in Martell? It's like, what, Maester Starfall, right?
Killiot.
Yeah, Calliot.
But I don't think he's been seeing in many decks lately. Yeah, he doesn't seem to fit any of the strategies that Martell do anymore.
Yeah, there is the whole lose to win thing, but at the moment I feel like with Martell Wars, Duran's game is pretty big at the moment. Martell Wars just makes it so much easier to pull off, especially with Ocasso and all the extra plot altering things like Duran's Behest.
Yeah, I think Calliot probably for the icon stripping deck with icon stripping things like 7-cost Duran, who doesn't see any play either.
Although Shadow City Bastards do, but that's simply because they are insane, especially with Flea Bottom.
Well, Trig doesn't have a flea bottom.
Yet.
So, you know.
He does have a Shadow City Bastard, which indicates that there is probably Flea Bottom in there at some point.
So Tamas made Trig first, obviously. And he only gets the 1 gold from the Dawnish fiefdom, which gave him 5 gold, which he played out the Shadow City Bastard and a Green Blood Trader. Whereas Tamas has duped Aemon. How much gold had he got?
3. Plus 1 for the... No.
Yeah, 1 for the vault.
You won't get 1 for the oldie? Because it's not actual printed gold?
Yeah, but Trig only got 4.
Yeah, so he gets 1 for the vault, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said 2 for some reason. But now I'm thinking, well, actually, we did say 1.
Yeah, I said 1. So he got an extra location, which is a mystery to me, because I can't see it.
Castle Black?
Is it Castle Black?
I believe so.
Cool, so that's Shadow Tower Mason. Can you recall his condition, his passive text?
Yeah, when you have 3 or more Night's Watch traded locations or attachments that you control, then they get a intrigue and a military icon. So the Mason is currently a Tricon.
Yeah, Tamas has 3 Night's Watch affiliated locations. Yep.
He does indeed.
Cool.
So defending this intrigue challenge with the Shadow Tower Mason and kneeling Castle Black to restand him. Winning the intrigue challenge does mean that Trig gets the Dawn trigger, so he gets to take 2 cards and choose 1 and then put the other bottom of the deck.
And he also gained the gold from the long plan.
He does indeedy. So going for the power next, which Tamas can defend if he wants, but he's choosing not to. I think he was thinking that he'd defend the military instead. But Trig there just using the Bastard to remove the icons from the Shadow Tower Mason, which means that the military challenge is going to go through unopposed. And Tamas there kneeling Aemon to save a character, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Because, quite frankly, doing an intrigue back against Martell that has Dawn out has absolutely no effect because they're just going to get another card.
And he's going to fuel the long plan too.
Yeah, exactly. So, not really worth doing. So the wall has been knelt, but Tamas does still win Dom.
Yep.
And choosing here...
A quick fire round 1.
Yeah, very quick. And Tamas here choosing not to bring the messenger over back to hand to draw any more cards. I'm guessing he's got too many cards in hand.
He does seem to have a few. So unlike Donovan in the last round, I don't expect Alexander Trigonakis to play a plot like meddling or calling the banner to, screen for that someone always tells.
Okay.
Because he's got the long plan, he's got some gold saved over, just in case he needs to use it.
Yeah, I mean, he's managed to get 2 gold there, so he's covered for, if he does want to cancel any plots. Although I don't think that Tamas is running the kind of deck that's going to run that many, mean plots like that.
He might run Valar,
Maybe, but he's not going to play that now, is he? So
he's gone head on spikes into Riddle, which
seems
fun.
That's a good riddle.
Is
Trig going to cancel it now?
Who did he spike?
I don't know. I didn't quite see who it was.
But it was a character.
It was a character, yeah.
No, Trig's not going to cancel it.
Oh, okay. Now he does at this point say you've got a 1 in 8 chance, I think he said.
Really?
Apparently.
1
if I
in
remember
8.
correctly. Something along those lines. I don't know if he was bluffing, but Tamas certainly didn't pull a character, so...
Wow.
So that really jumped Trig ahead a bit.
Yeah, he's taken an early lead in the power total. Which is a bit odd because Martell doesn't normally take leads in power total in early game.
Not normally.
Not in my experience, but then I don't Martell very often.
So I think Trig's miscounted his gold here. He should have had 6, 7. Should have had 7.
Should have had 7.
And then he played out the 250 for 2, so that puts him down to 5, but then knelt it for 1. So he should have 6 now. So he's undercounted his gold on this lot.
Well,
I think he realises in a sec.
But then he takes another 2.
Have I miscounted? So he had... Did he have 2 left over from long plan, or was it 3?
I thought it was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely 2. They should have had 7, paid 2 for the fiefdom, brought him down to 5, knelt the fiefdom, so he should have had 6, not 7. So, maybe an error there, unless there's something that we have missed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. How many challenges did he lose last round?
Well, Tamas didn't do any, did he?
No, but he lost his intrigue challenge.
Yeah, he won his military challenge, but lost the power challenge. Yeah, he won the
military and he won the power. So yeah, he should.
But he saved 1. He didn't spend all his gold last round.
Yeah, so he saved 1. He lost the intrigue. Yeah, so that was 2. Yeah. And then there were no other challenges that he lost, so... Yeah, so he should...
Anyway. Doesn't matter. What else has Tamas got out there?
It does
Haunted
matter,
Forest?
It means that he's now using the gold for Fleeve Bottom. Ariane.
Oh, different art, Ariane.
Yeah.
That must be a fan art.
Yeah. I didn't think you're allowed to use them. Hey ho. So Tamas then marshalling another Shadow Tower Mason, a Haunted Forest, and an Iron Throne.
So you've got 2 Tricons out there, but Trig has the Shadow City Bastard.
He does.
And he ain't afraid to use it, I'm sure.
Not when you got Flea Bottom.
The question is, does Tamas just defend it, Castle Black, stand them back up? Do you defend with Aemon?
No, I think the Mason standing back up seems good.
My thing is, if you defend with Aemon, then you can still, defend with one of those Mason, whichever the Shadow City Bastard stripped the icons of, you've still got a Tricon left who can still restand with Castle Black.
I see what you're saying, yeah. I guess though, because his board is a little bit vulnerable at the moment to military, he might be wanting to save Aemon for defending. But yeah, now whichever one Tamas kneels to defend this power challenge with, Trig can just remove the
Trig
icons,
isn't
right?
really that dominant in the military challenge. He's got 2 strengths. Tamas has 6.
Yeah, that's true.
7 with the Haunted Forest.
So using the Shadows City Bastard to remove the icons from the mason that's closest to us. The power challenge there, he's just using the Haunted Forest to defend, but Ariane can select a hand and putting out a Dornish Spy, which is removing the military icon from the other Shadow Tower Mason, which means that there are no military icons to put to defend. So Tamas having to nail the wall. So if Tamas had decided to defend that power challenge with one of the Masons, then the Haunted Forest would have still been left for the 3rd challenge. So I think maybe he should have defended the 2nd challenge, and then there's the wall. The forest still to help make it not unopposed for the last challenge.
Sure.
That makes sense. So Tamas here does a power. So Trig kind of put his hand over the power icons to take away one of the tokens.
Oh, but then he triggered
But
Dawn.
then he remembered to do Dawn, but then forgot to then actually take the power.
Whoops.
So Trig here should be on 5.
He also shouldn't have had that Shadow City Bastard out with Flea Bottom.
2
2 areas in his advantage there.
Still trying to work out the goal and see if we've done that right.
I mean, it's both players' responsibility to keep track of the board date. But that kind of thing, missing the power claim, is something you kind of take for granted. Right there.
Yeah, I'm just...
You're counting on your fingers just for the benefit of the viewers at home.
No, I was still trying to work out the goal from last round. I don't know if we've miscounted. I don't want to say Trig has an extra goal when he shouldn't have done.
Well, look, whatever it is, a mistake may have been made, it may not have been made. Our viewers will pick it up and let us know.
Yeah, it's true. He definitely forgot to take away the power.
Tamas has a lot of location.
Be a shame if Trig ran PD.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many Martell build would actually run that. Martell tend to like to go quite wide with their locations, I think.
Yeah, so I'd imagine he's not running it. But you never know. From what I remember of the game, Trig does have a couple of weird things in his deck that I wouldn't have expected.
Yeah. And Tamas hasn't got any, extraordinary characters out.
No.
Mark to the wall, that's pretty standard. That's not extraordinary, is it? That's not one of the ones that you weren't sure?
No, that's not what I was referring to.
Okay.
But Tamas's trade routes here is going to get loads of gold.
Yeah, but wait until Trig plays trade routes. There'll be even more locations by then.
Yeah, probably. So Tamas here using trade routes to get himself 10 gold. So he's going to be able to certainly repopulate that board. And Trig there, as he's going second, gets 4 from his plot and 2 each for the 2 fiefdoms. Is it fiefdom or fiefdom? I always forget.
Who knows? Depends where you're from.
Oh.
Tamas can pretty much play what he likes.
Yeah, like that location down the bottom, which I have no idea what it is because it's underneath the banner.
Oh dear.
I'm sure it's not important. Probably some economy or something. So we have 2 haunted forests now. And a messenger raven on the board.
Kind of not the sort of thing that I expect him to be marshalling. Another maiden. Is he only playing Maester Aemon, 3 Shadow Tower Masons and birds? Along with a locations we have 40 locations.
Possibly.
Because that would be funny.
Funny, but probably not quite so practical in the grand scheme of things. You're kind of expecting him to put out a big, but...
Nah, I don't think Tamas runs bigs.
Or at least a semi-big.
Have you ever seen him play old Bear Mormont? Jon Snow? I don't think I have.
I'm not sure, to be honest. He's played quite a variety of different Night's Watch decks, though, isn't he?
I don't know about a variety. They've all been wall decks.
But with different styles of wall?
Different characters, maybe. I know he played Corin. That's probably the biggest big that I might expect him to play.
And we've got a Benjen.
Benjen, yeah, he gets played. Well, this seemed okay.
Yeah. Got enough icons to defend the wall. Got 4 plus a restand. So even with the bastard, he should have enough.
Yeah, but Trig got a lot of gold.
He does. That's Ariane back.
5 for Ariane. Yeah, Ariane's so good.
We've seen quite a few alt art cards, haven't we?
Yeah.
I do feel like they were saying in the rules that you weren't allowed to, but I guess
no, I guess you're not allowed to. But if the judges aren't going to actively enforce it,
Tamas here just using Isle of Ravens to shuffle the Dornish Spy back into the deck. So just 2 locations left in that discard pile there.
Spicy.
Seems good.
So I think we can safely say Alexander and Tamas are not running political disaster.
Probably not.
Not if Trig's still playing out, Blood Orange Groves and Tamas playing out more Haunted Forest. I don't think either of them have that concern anymore.
Yeah, I think the kind of decks that they're playing aren't going to run PD unless it's maybe like a random extra one just in case at the end. But
these are the kind of decks that when you build your own deck and you think, shall I put PD in or shall I put this other impactful plot in? You decide to leave PD out. And your first game is you come up against one of these decks with a million locations and you regret everything.
So Tamas's first play here is actually making some challenges, which is interesting.
Yeah,
so
power challenge is probably worth it.
So doing the power with Benjen there. And defending with Ariane. Reacting with Dawn to take a card. And remembering to move the power this time. So it's putting the scores a bit more balanced.
I know Tamas is running 3 Tricksy Bird in this deck.
Alright, I didn't know that.
Yep. But you haven't obviously seen one yet. And it's quite nice to get early. You can see the whole range of plot decks your opponent runs. You know what to be concerned about. So he could see whether his opponent playing impactful plots that damage him, like what reset they're running, what if they're running location control in their plots, and breaking ties is obviously a big one.
Yeah, breaking ties must hurt Night's Watch a lot.
Yeah, it just hit the wall. I'm not sure why the wall wasn't loyal when it was made in the core set.
But it's nice. It's nice that Tamas has got so far, despite breaking ties being such a big thing at the moment. So we must have ways to counter it.
Yeah, play it out again next round. Just accept you're not going to trigger it that turn.
Fair enough. Okay, so the intrigue there from Tamas. Again, doing lots of challenges.
Yeah, he's taken one of the most useless cards. So again, Trig not duping his location, definitely not running PD.
Yeah. Also, it might be worth noting that it's actually probably a good card that he took from hand, because if you'd removed a character, a flea bossomable character, then, that would have sucked.
Very good point. Very good point.
Ooh.
Oh.
This is what I was talking about.
Oh my.
So, Ariane back into hand to put out Pyromancers.
Yeah, this isn't what Tamas wants to see.
No, but Tamas is like, right, I'm triggering the wall. So, triggers the wall.
And takes Dom.
Takes Dom, brings the Messenger Raven back to hand. Let's draw a card. Oh, wow. Pyromancer's discarding the wall. Then Last of the Giants into Varys.
Damn.
To clear the boards.
That's good. So Pyromancer used to be in Martell decks of, a year or so ago. Until better location control came out. But obviously Trig's still a big fan of the Pyromancer. And Pyromancer's done some good work.
Well, they're not really expected now, are they? You don't... Well, I was going to say, I don't think I've seen them in a deck. But
well, honestly, Rebecca, they're a bit shit. I mean, they're 5 gold for 2 strength and 1 icon. And if that's not bad enough, you have to, kneel them and spend a power just to get rid of a location. Right? That's really expensive unless you can cheat them in with, say, Ariane. But now there's just better ways to control locations with Siege by the Guard, Jade Siege Romand.
So why do you think Trig chose to use Pyromancers?
Because he's running Ariane.
Any reason?
Yeah, I expect so.
Okay. Do you think that maybe Lay Siege? Is it Lay Siege?
Lay Siege kneels 1 unless it's contested.
Is the wall contested?
Nope. Wildlings don't count for contesting purposes. He's putting a mason back in his deck, not the wall. That's interesting.
Maybe he's already got another wall in hand.
Maybe he has.
Did dupes say from Pyromancers? Yeah, okay. I'm getting the thumbs up because you're drinking tea.
Yep, I am.
So Tamas here is first player. And
so Tamas has gone ahead. He's 7-4.
Yeah. So he's ahead, but I don't know. I still feel it's quite even.
He's ahead, but he's already played a trade route. So what does he have left? So here's Trig's trade route. Now, Trig has obviously wiped the board. It's time for his economy plot. Tamas has already burned one of his own economy plot.
And he was probably... Tamas was probably counting on Trig running a high gold plot so that he could grab a few gold using the Underground Vault, but
yeah, it's very sad. It's like when you play against Targ with Night's Watch. You get your Underground Vaults out, and then you see counting coppers, exchange of information, Blood of the Dragon, Valar Morghulis. When will it end?
Not quite so good for him, is it?
Not ideal.
Richard, can you see what this card is now, down the bottom left?
No.
This one here? The one that we were trying to figure out earlier?
That one there, that's the Underground Vault. It's the one under here.
Oh, is there another one?
I don't know.
This one here?
Oh, that's Eastwatch.
Eastwatch?
Yeah, Eastwatch by the Sea.
What does
So
that
when you
one
win
do?
dominant, you can... Not win dominant. When you... I can't remember what the hell it does. So it's something to do with drawing a card if you meet a criteria. I think it might be if your reserve is higher than your opponent's.
Okay. So,
Maybe.
just wanting to point out here that Trig definitely missed counter gold on this one because I went back and checked this one because I spotted it during the editing. So, basically, he took an extra gold. It does get pointed out by Tom Malucci, actually.
An extra gold? What, from trade routes?
So he... Right, let me get this right. So he counted the locations, of which he got 12 gold from them.
But there's 13 locations. Oh, so he
there
just
are
played
now.
one.
Yeah, he just played the Jade Sea Drummond.
Okay, so there were 12. Right.
So he got 12 from that, plus 2 from his plot, which is 14, plus 1 each from the fiefdoms. So that's 16 total.
Sounds good.
However, he spent 1 on secret schemes. That takes it down to 15. Then, here you go. This is Tom pointing them out. Then he spent, so on to 15, 2 on the Bastard Daughter, so that's 13, 2 on the Dromond, 11, 2 on the Bastard, that's 9, and then...
5 on Ariane should take him down to 4.
Oh no, I've miscounted again.
But then no, he used the Blood Orange Grove to...
Yes, that's it. So
to reduce
5,
the 5.
But he had 6 gold. So Tom was just pointing out, actually, miscounted here, and so they've removed a gold, so now they're down to 5. So, yeah. That was it. Thank you. I forgot about the Blood Orange Grove.
Well, at least that third mistake wasn't was picked up on.
Yeah, if there was the one on the last round, I'm still not 100% convinced we mathed that one right. But this one definitely I did, because I went back like 3 times and counted it all. And then Tom pointed it out as well after I spent ages trying to figure out if I'd spotted a mistake. And I was like, oh, I spotted one. And then, like, you know, if I'd watched like an extra 30 seconds.
When you didn't spot the possible one in the first one?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't always spot them. I often skip through the marshalling phase.
Doesn't matter anyway. So, the board for Trig, he has a JT Drymond. What do you think he would like to discard? So many targets.
Yeah, there are. I mean, it depends what one's most annoying for him at the moment. I mean, the Isle of Ravens is probably quite irritating because it's getting rid of those bastards. However, I guess the Iron Throne, making him win dumb all the time, might be a little bit irritating.
Yeah, there's no sense in getting rid of one Haunted Forest. So Castle Black could be, if you intend to keep the board small, Castle Black could be quite annoying. Iron Throne, like you said, Tamas got some reserve boosting effect there. He's got 2 reserve boosting cards.
Yeah.
He does have all the icons at the moment, but there is a Shadow City Bastard which will have something to say about that.
So, using the Bastard there to remove the icons off of Howder. Spending 1 on Flea Bottom. And using the Bastard to remove the icons from Aemon. So Howder and Aemon are both blank icon-wise. So it's just the military icon on the Old Forest Hunter that's left. Going with the power challenge. So no power icons to defend. However, there are the Haunted Forests, so it's not completely unopposed. And then the Dornish Spy coming in and removing the military icon from the Old Forest Hunter. Doing the military of the Bastard Daughter. But Trig didn't wait for Tamas to take claim, was just like, yeah, I'm going to do my intrigue. And Tamas like, no, I need to, you know, save someone of Aemon first. Trig had already gone with the intrigue of the Dornish Spy. And then Trig thought that Tamas was trying to defend with Aemon, and Tamas was like, no, I'm saving someone. I don't have an intrigue icon, I know. So Trig got a little bit excited there with his challenges and rushing ahead slightly.
Yeah, he's fast.
One thing I noticed, which you can't really tell with us two waffling on over the top, is Trig really takes control of a game. He's very confident. And he's sort of saying, okay, so now it's this stage, and he's very, I don't know, leadership-y.
Leadership-y.
Yeah.
Leadership.
He really leads the game through, I felt like, you know, Tamas was quite quiet and...
Tamas is always quite quiet.
He's always quite quiet, but I feel like because Trig has that kind of personality, he was able to very... like calmly and sort of strongly lead Tamas through the game, but not in like a looking down on kind of way, just as like a...
He knows what he's doing. He's a veteran. He played the game many years. I think he played first edition as well. Knows what he's doing. Confident character.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was almost like... I can imagine him being like the manager of a shop and like being...
The manager of a shop?
And being like a
What a high accolade.
Well, no, like, or a business, whatever. And he like is very much in control and can take control of a group of people, and they are happy that he's a manager.
Cool, I bet he wins a lot of melee.
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if he did.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that breaking ties turn?
It is. There's no wall out there, right?
Well, no, but there are other non-loyal characters that Tamas might like to keep on the board, or other locations he might like to keep on the board. So they could hurt.
The thing is there are only like 7-8 minutes left of the game, and they're both on 7/7.
Can't defend challenges if you ain't got no icons. The wall doesn't go quick enough to win the game in 7 more minutes.
No. Although saying that, they were playing very quickly at the beginning.
True.
Maybe they're going to super speed up.
Super speed up. Yeah, maybe. But I suspect it's more likely that Trig's going to take some more icons away and do some more challenges and get some unopposed and then win some more game.
Yeah. Could be the case.
I think it's likely the case.
Well, I guess we'll soon find out.
I guess we will.
So marshalling then. Tamas there playing Varys' Riddle, which obviously isn't going to do anything.
Nope. Didn't even win initiative.
Oh, he's going for the wall anyway. It's
Well,
interesting.
Trig got to do something about it now.
If you can.
Ah, he duped it. So you're
Duped
going to have
the
to
wall.
wait 2 characters to sacrifice to do something about that.
So got an underground vault there. And kneeling both the vaults for 2 gold. I'd just like to point out as well, in case Tamas saw it earlier, not Tamas, in case anyone saw Tamas doing this earlier, he used the Old Forest Hunter in the plot phase to gain a gold, because it's once per phase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got it, got an extra gold in the plot phase, just in case anyone noticed and, thought that something was odd. But yes, it was not odd.
I wonder why he did that. If he didn't have Trixie Bird, I guess it's not a big deal.
I think he just wanted enough gold to play everything out, maybe. I'm assuming he did it in the marshalling phase too. I didn't notice, but I'm going to guess that he did.
Okay.
So Trig there just counting the number of used plots in his plot pile.
I guess he did that in the
suspicious.
taxation phase then, just in case Trig played a reset. So he would still
no, he
have
did
to
it in
go.
the plot phase.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you said in the taxation phase.
No, I said in the plot phase.
Oh. Cool. Cool story.
Anyway, Trig there counting up his used plot pile there. So he has 5 in the used plots, plus he's just played Ricasso and put 2 onto Ricasso.
Oh god, he's not going to
Which
play
is
Durand
a bit
game, is he?
suspicious, isn't it?
Oh, he's not going to play that card.
He might do.
He's going to play that card.
He might do.
Seemed good.
So Tamas they're using Isle of Ravens to shuffle, I didn't see what it was, but something back into the deck. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a Shadow City Bastard. What you thinking?
I'm thinking Durand game. He's going to do a thing.
I'm
thinking
you're
Tamas is
right.
going to be sad. Breaking Tide, maybe not necessary. Unlikely to, sacrifice Picasso to get rid of Maester Aemon.
Is Duran's game win by 5?
Yeah.
I see.
So he's not just going to go in with Durand game.
Yeah, so he can't just blag a win, basically. He's got to do something proper about it.
You can see Trig got another Last of the Giants in hand. Not that mean anything really.
It might do. Could last the Giants in a loyal character.
That's
To use the
impossible.
broken ties. Oh, no, it isn't. No, never mind.
I was just thinking, that cannot work unless I've missed something really clever. No.
Sorry, having a blonde.
Oh, look. We've got
Oh, Green Blood Trader.
Green Blood Trader.
How did that come in?
Flea Bottom.
Ah.
And guess what? It's loyal.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is the first time Trig seemed a little bit indecisive.
Well, he's going in for the win, right? So an intrigue with the Dornish Spy and Ricasso.
Break his ties!
So defending with Aemon, the 2 Haunted Forests, and the Wall Bump. Aemon has been sent back to hand using Green Blood Trader. So Trig is now going in with the intrigue challenge for 4? What strength are they on? Aren't they 2 each?
No, Ricasso 3 strength. Dornish Spy is 3 strength.
Oh, okay. So going in for 6. So winning 6-2 because of the Haunted Forests. So we're using a Prince's Plan there to increase the strength. And that causes it to be winning by 5. And that's Duran's game. And that will be 7 power for the 5 plots on the used pile plus a 2 on Ricasso. So he is 1 power off.
No. Didn't he just get that unopposed? No?
Nope,
Haunted
because of
Forest.
Haunted Forests.
So he just needs to win a challenge.
Well, I think Howder is blank because of the Dornish Spy,
Oh.
if I remember correctly, or not, because Ricasso is sending it back to hand.
Yep.
So an unopposed power
it.
challenge, and that's the game.
Yeah, so Ricasso got sacrificed to send Howler back to hand. So they had no power icon to defend. Well, that was a reasonably quick game, considering it went to quite a few plots.
Yeah, I mean, it was... Well, I guess it was only 4 plots. 5th plot they're on, technically, because Trig used at Prince John's behest.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So I don't think Tamas was really ever in that game. I think Trig took control of that quite early.
I think the Pyromancer's Varus combo in one turn was quite a big hit against Tamas.
Yeah.
Because it was quite balanced, wasn't it? Especially sort of earlier on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Trig took the early lead, but Tamas did come back with that one round when he went 7-4 up.
Yeah.
He got all his bits out. But yeah, Pyromancer's getting rid of the wall, Giant Varus clearing the board, especially after you just played your Traders already.
Yeah.
That
Big
seems like
gone.
a big hit. And then on the small board, Trig just took control with the icon removal and winning challenges.
Yeah, I don't know how much difference that extra power would have made, or if we did miscount the gold earlier, if the gold would have made much difference.
I don't think it would have made much difference.
Yeah, I think the Durand's game certainly pulled it through. So
cool.
Yeah, well
Let's wrap this up then.
So thanks everyone for supporting the channel. Thanks to all our patrons, especially Joel, our new Patreon.
Yay, Joel!
Yay, Joel!
Did I ever tell you that I like Joel?
You have mentioned this several times. Joel is pretty awesome. But yes, if you would like to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/The White Walkers. And yeah, thanks to everyone for watching, and thank you, Joel, for being our new Patreon.
Thanks, and bye.
Thanks, see you in the top 4. Bye!